From one set of emotions, frustration for not racing your way into the All-Star race, pounding of the steering wheel, to the high with the winner. Matt?
Krista, that pass to retake the lead could have been worth $1,047,000. What were you thinking on that restart when you saw what transpired?
You know, I just spun the tires a little bit, and I knew those guys with two rights would have a little bit better grip there at the beginning. But, you know, kudos to Drew and our whole UPS team. We love logistics car. It was good on the long run. We thought we may have some cautions there at the end, and once Brad and I got out, I knew that I had probably a little better car than he did, and I just tried to stay on the bottom. And I would have been happy with second for a little while, but when we got that close, I said, hey, you know, let's go win this thing. So I feel like I just ran 600 miles, though. I'll go have a drink of Coca-Cola here and get ready for the next one.
Now you're chasing a 7-digit deposit slip. You had a long talk with your crew chief, Drew Blickensderfer. What did you learn, and what are you going to try to look ahead to this next race?
Well, I think that we saw the track did kind of what we thought it would. Freed up a little bit, gained a lot of grip. So maybe that was a good test session for our UPS team. Made a few small adjustments. And, you know, we got to go learn what the rules are for this All-Star race. And it's all going to be fun from here. You know, whatever happens from here on out is just going to be a bonus. And we got a shot to win this next one, so everybody stay tuned.
Dick, stay tuned. It's all a learning experience.
Oh, it is indeed. And Brad Keselowski finishing second. Happy with that. That takes you into the big show, but you almost won it.
Yeah, you know, our goal is to transfer, but we want to win the showdown. And, you know, David was just really, really strong. I honestly think he's the car to beat tonight from what I saw. You know, he ran the fastest lap in qualifying trim of the whole field. And when we had qualifying earlier, and his car turns the middle so well. So I think he's the guy to beat, Dick, but still happy for everybody at Penske Racing. We got both cars, you know, in the big race here, the All-Star race with Kurt's Pennzoil Dodge and my Miller Lite Dodge. So, you know, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm ready to get racing and glad to make it in the big show. This is my third year getting an opportunity to do it, and the guys at Penske Racing deserve it. We just need a little bit more speed, and we can win these things. But got lucky, made the right move on the restart, and didn't wreck, and I just wish I had a little more speed to keep the lead.
It's all about winning on All-Star night. Krista.
That's right, and this is the only time Brad Keselowski's second place finish in the showdown, the only time that second matters, as we say from now. It's all about winning. Let's go ahead with Jeff Hammond and Larry McGrenn. Let's take a look at the highlights. All the drivers racing in their backyard. It's a home game at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and these guys are ready. Jeff Burton, you see racing in the showdown, but we had action early.
Yeah, this was on lap 2, and you're going to see Landon Castle in the 09 car has a left rear tire that's flat, and Derek Cope, as Landon Castle went back up the racetrack, Derek Cope in the 64, nowhere to go.
Definitely nowhere to go right there, but you see right there the halfway point, you guys had to make decisions whether to come on pit road. You see most of the field came down, but our guys on the front row, they decided to stay out. But look at this restart right here, guys. Brad Keselowski, he makes a great move to the inside, takes the lead.
And this was coming to the white flag. David Reagan said it in his interview. He got close to Brad Keselowski in that 2 car. He said, you know what? I can win this thing, and that he indeed did.
And what jumped out to me is you heard in his interview, David Reagan said, now I have to learn the rules for the All-Star race because he hasn't been in the All-Star race. He also told us to stay tuned, and we heard guys say Brad Keselowski, David Reagan may be the car to beat. There you see Reagan's crew getting the pit box ready because they are in the big show. Speed's presentation of the NASCAR Sprint Showdown is presented by Sprint, proud sponsor of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Brought to you in part by Valvoline Next Gen. Introducing Valvoline Next Gen, 50% recycled oil, 100% Valvoline protection. And by Weight Watchers, online for men. Finally, losing weight clicks. And we want to take a look at our Weight Watchers when it clicked moment, Charlotte Motor Speedway. And what we're talking about is a move that made a difference in our showdown race.
It had to be right here on this restart, Larry McGrenn.
Yeah, it's almost like David Reagan in the 6, who was the leader. He was focused on Paul Menard in the 27 car, and he left just enough racetrack for Brad Keselowski to take the lead. If this doesn't work, we've got 2 different drivers that transfers into the All-Star race.
Absolutely.
That is our Weight Watchers When It Click moment, brought to you by Weight Watchers Online for Men. Brad Keselowski gets the restart, the lead there, but David Reagan wins the showdown. Both drivers move on. So now we know 20 of our 21 drivers. We're still waiting for the winner of the fan vote.
Can we get a drum roll?
Yeah, I'll do a drum roll.
You do drum roll?
Yeah. Oh, you were... Now, we really didn't see any tempers. I mean, we did see some frustration from Joey Logano and then the elation in victory lane for our drivers. Are we going to see tempers flare in this next race?
Well, we certainly know that we have Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch in the race, and we certainly know that we have Ryan Newman and Juan Pablo Montoya. We go back a couple of weeks ago to Darlington. This was after the race on pit road. A little bit of swing there as Kyle Busch just pushes Kevin Harvick's car out of the way. Of course, both drivers are on probation until mid-June, but now we have bad Brad Keselowski in the race with Carl Edwards and Kyle Busch as well, where there's been a little bit of bad blood before.
Well, I think the main questions you ask, will we? Yes, we will. I mean, it's obvious that everybody is, up there on the chip. They're ready to go here. The $1 million is just the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But you've got to get there, and people are going to make each other mad. I can promise you that.
Yeah, we know this race, that's what it's all about, because without points, you're just racing for pride, prestige, and that $1 million. And if $1 million was on the line for me, I think I would knock you two out of the way to go get it.
The thing, you say something about like that. I've talked to a couple of drivers, most notably Clint Boyer, who's starting on the front row tonight. And he basically said to me, he said, I would not intentionally wreck anybody for $1 million, but I might accidentally wreck somebody for $1 million.
We want everyone to intentionally tweet. You guys are interactive with our all-star race this year. The best of the best go at it for a cool $1 million. Which driver will make history? Join the party on the Speed social tracker now. Rutledge and Bob are tweeting as we speak. Go to speed.com/allstar and chat with your favorite Speed personalities. We will answer some of those questions coming up right here on Speed. David Reagan gets ready to race for $1 million next.
Remember, you got no friends here. Get aggressive. Be ready. Be ready. Green flag, green flag. Clear, clear. Attaway, bud. Attaway. Pull it on up. Come on.
That was ridiculous, man. What was he doing?
I don't know, man. As long as you're okay, that's important.
Good job on that start there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just got lucky.
David, you just made the all-star race. Good job, guys.
Great job, Drew. You're the man.
That's what we heard after just a 40-lap showdown. We still have 100 laps to go as we're racing in the shadow of downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, the Queen City. And at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, they are lighting up the night. All the fans ready for the big feature event, the All-Star Race. Welcome back inside. Chris Devoto alongside Larry McReynolds and Jeff Hammond. And we are taking fans inside like never before. We've mentioned all the tweets, the social tracker, but we're also going inside with some crew chiefs. Earlier today, we actually wired up and talked to Kevin Bono Mannion, crew chief for Jamie McMurray.
Hey, man.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go to work now, so got an hour before the garage opens, so get with Randall and Kevin, our engineers, and come up with a plan for tonight. Bobby's a big Detroit fan. Red Sox took care of him. What do you say, old man? Are you going to open the brake up a little bit? I'm going to help you, Dad? Well, I mean, we're fairly aggressive right now. That's what I'm wondering. You can't have a water cooler, but you can have fans. Everyone ready for a meeting? We'll get them together, have a meeting. This is a race that only basically pays to win. All the glory, all the money, all the eggs are in one basket to win. We know we can win. We know how to win. Finishing second's no good. The goal is to win. It's very hot out tonight. Pit crew, drink plenty of fluids. Have some fun. All right, fellas, have a good night. Thank you.
And in 20 seconds, I heard Bono say win 5 times. What would you guys?
It's all about.
Exactly. You guys are crew chiefs. What would you do? What would you be telling your drivers right now?
Well, I noticed one thing that he didn't bring into that conversation, and I did at least back in my day. In a race like this, you need to make sure that you protect your driver if something happens. You don't start the fight, but you make darn sure you finish it, Larry.
Can we say 1989?
Well, you can say 1989, or you can say 2010 or 2011 right now, because I still feel like that's what you've got to do. You've got to let your driver know you got to go out there hanging on the edge. We got you covered.
Well, unlike any other race, they know when 2 of their pit stops are going to be, and that's pretty much going to be at halfway in that first segment, lap 50. We know under green, we're going to change 4 tires. We also know before we go back to racing for that last 10 laps, it's going to be another 4-tire stop. And guys, just do what you do every single pit stop. We say it and say it and say it.
Don't beat yourself.
And pit stops more important and more integral to the race with that last 10-lap shootout. Speaking of the showdown, we saw a major wreck. This was early on, and again, these guys were going for broke, trying to race their way for $1 million. We've seen some good stuff already. More to come.